tili tili tonta.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Good Show, episode 47. We're here with the return of the Good Couch in the living room, in the Good House. James is looking at the chat. What's up, James?
Yo, is my mic on?
Is the mic on? Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
hello.
We're just making sure.
No,
Sound, please.
I've just
Sound.
on the internet.
That sound.
No
That
sound.
sound?
No sound.
Sound,
Chance,
sound.
Fix it.
Test, 1, 2.
No. Trans, please.
Please.
Louder, louder.
Yeah?
Hi guys, this is Summer. Nice to Good Show. Yes. Welcome to the Good Show. This is the
That
couch
soft,
in the living
sultry
room.
voice.
Yeah, no. Silky smooth. We got it yet or not?
I just woke up. How are you? What are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing the Good Show. We're going to talk
Sweet.
about DreamHack. Because we got Hellspawn here with us. Bruno and Mike and Hellspawn taking up the couch on the other side of the room.
Hello. I don't know if it's sound or not, but I'm here.
Let's say there is sound. How are you, Mike?
Wave.
I'm good.
Great.
How you doing, Bruno? Nobody asked you.
I'm perfect. Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Tired. I'm
Perfect.
perfect.
Everybody's
I wish
tired,
I
man.
was perfect.
Thanks to my mom and dad, by the way.
Not everybody
Bruno
can
is
say that.
always
Shoutouts.
on top. Love to work with that guy just because he's always.
He's always on top, huh?
Yeah.
Good. And hoping that we have everything sorted. Are you guys seeing the chat? Are they blowing up? Can they not hear us? Can they hear us?
They just say can't hear a shit trans.
Can't hear shit. It should be good.
It should be good.
Bruno confirmed for perfect. It seems that something works on Bruno's side.
Wow. They can hear me.
It's because it's perfect, Bruno.
Speak louder.
Alright.
Enunciate the words.
It's these couches, man. They're deceptively comfortable. You just kind of sit back and you can't help but relax. Alright.
It's going to be a special
Yeah.
show today. I can already feel it. I can feel it.
Alright.
I like
So-
this place though. Like it's so
Roomy?
roomy and
Space?
It's air.
You can actually
air
roll
in the-
around.
Air around.
I don't
you.
even feel like I'm doing a show right now.
No, it's just like friends talking to
I'm
each
just
other.
sitting on a couch.
Sweet.
We need something like to eat.
Yeah, where's your laptop, Bruno? You're like the odd man out here.
I'm
Trans.
fine. I don't need it. I have it all in my
You want
head.
it all up here?
Keep
He's
your,
the mind. He's the brain.
keep your laptop on your lap for too long. It lowers your sperm count. Bruno can't
Too
have
hot.
that.
Is that
I
true?
need all of my sperm.
I need it closer then.
Got mine over here. Alright. Let's go ahead and start the show then. Let's get into the general news. And the first up is DreamHack Summer. Happened this weekend. DreamHack Summer 2013 kicked off the biggest LAN in the world yet again. Fucking amazing. 4 days of madness, or 3 days of official madness. 4 days for us because we were there setting up the first day. But Hellspawn, just real quick. DreamHack, pleased with the event?
Yeah, indeed. I think that overall there were no major hiccups. Of course, it's always burning in many places, but there were just small fires, which was most of them taken care of. I wasn't sure, like maybe 1-2 months before, I wasn't that hyped for the event, to be honest. I didn't feel like what would be the big, where would the hype come from? But being there, I just realized that the LCS League of Legends was just tremendous big. Everybody just loved it. It was so big crowd. The DreamHack Open in the end with the final 8 show just showed that StarCraft 2 is still so interesting and have the big crowd at DreamHack. I mean, Dota, totally amazing. I think the Counter-Strike final and leading into that final was bigger than I thought. I think we were about 20k all the time on Counter-Strike, which for me it's completely okay. Also that we broke all the previous records with BioC, like seeing over 9,200 people bringing their own computer is just amazing. So there were a lot of things that just made me very pleased.
Do you have any idea of how many people attended the event throughout the entire weekend?
I think we released a number. I
rough
think it
figure
was
on that?
18K.3 or something like that. So it's not the biggest DreamHack ever, but it's the biggest DreamHack Summer ever.
And
But it's the
still
biggest
LAN.
bringing your own computer,
Yeah, it's
because
still
that was the
biggest
message.
LAN.
I think that the first time when we did the ice hockey arena was the ones that we had the most people traveling there, because StarCraft 2 and going into the ice hockey arena was new. So I think we could bring some big hype around that at that point. But I mean, they're very, I think a few thousands in difference. So also, I'm very happy with the way that we came through with a lot of our partners. I think almost everybody were pleased on location. So that was important for me in particular. However, I think that me and Thomas most likely had the worst first day ever. Myself had a kind of bad cold, so I had fever all the time, and I worked so hard, so I was barely on my knees.
I remember you almost lost your voice, literally.
Yeah, I lost
Yeah,
also
you
my
didn't-
voice after a
yeah.
while, and it was actually like a big battle. But the good part of that was that I didn't have to solve things that were like, okay, someone's gonna be fucking mad at us. It was more like constantly going in a circle, solving problems, so most people were happy, I would say. I mean, we did so many productions. We did the Swedish Championship, we did Dream Arena Extreme with that, we did the Dota 2, we did the League of Legends, we did the StarCraft 2, we also had the double stream for Counter-Strike, we had a Street Fighter stream, so...
You had World of Tanks.
And World of Tanks, we were actually not involved with
Yeah,
that.
was it
Was
newer?
ESL did a really superb job with a cool monster, I would say. Of course, and then also with the main stage and everything. So I was fucking busy, to be honest. I haven't been able to speak to so many people more than a few sentences, but overall it seems to be good. How was your DreamHack?
Mine?
Yep.
It was great. Had an amazing time. Helped set up the Twitch lounge. What else? Handled the fan signings for Telia and Twitch together. The LoL.
Shit, I
Yeah,
saw that
EG.
queue with EG, and I went
EG,
up to
yeah.
the guys after about 4 hours, the EG League of Legends team, and they were still going on. I think they went on for 4.5 hours, just
It
fan
was-
signing. What the hell?
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
went from 7, and then we had to cut the line around 10:30, and it still lasted an extra hour. So they were there till 11:30.
that's retarded.
And they didn't even give a shit. Like 2 hours into it, I was like, "Do you guys need to be anywhere? Do you have are you good?" And they're like, "No. Leave the line. Keep it coming." It was still like 100 meters long. They're like, "No. Let's keep going."
I think that Snoopy and Wicked looked kind of strong, but some of the other guys, they were more or less dead.
Yeah, it was, they were living off of Monster Energy and bananas at that point, man. But overall, it was a lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun to work closely with the teams, trying to organize that, the managers, everything like that. It was a lot of fun to, stressful as fuck, because I was running from the one side of DreamHack all the way to the esports area continuously throughout the day. So they're both on different sides of the actual event. But it was overall, it was a great experience for me personally, at least. And everybody was here. I mean, we might as well just go through everybody. Bruno, how was Bruno and James? You guys worked on the Dota 2 production.
I'm admiring the
Dota 2
balance
tournament?
of your laptop right now.
It's
I
Pretty
feel
cool,
it's
huh?
going to fall any moment.
and this thing's it's so hot that it's gonna meld to the couch. That's why it's not on my lap. It's fine.
Interesting. Yeah, we were there for the production of Dota 2. Was my first time.
Who's changing the camera? It's like
It's magic, isn't it?
like there's no one over there.
It's that guy.
Griff is on the left. No, it's
No, it's
That's the
Scriff. Scriff's got
soundboard.
this.
Oh, you're changing it over there, Scruff.
Magic.
Remote.
But now it's not working, so...
Oh, how was your event, Bruno?
It was a very long event. I'm still recovering. I'm still super tired and wanting to sleep all day. But we had lots of fun. Of course, we're going to talk about Dota 2 related stuff more in detail in the Dota 2 segment. But it was great, like getting to meet people that I haven't seen almost in a year, and everyone having this very friendly nature and wanting to just hang out, tell about what happened last year, and looking forward to see us again the next. I think most people will be either at the EMS Cup or TI, because there's the two big lands that are coming next. So everyone's spirits are super high, even the ones that didn't get to win. I really loved it.
Yeah, mine was fun.
I mean, you guys were together basically the entire time.
We were hand in hand.
Interviews.
Yeah.
Should be
Again.
said that the second day was like super long and so many games for the Dota 2. And the idea was that they would have a pause until like 2, I think, on the third day. but because of schedule, I wouldn't say fuck up, but I forgot the time where it was supposed to be at Dream Arena Extreme, so we had to push it to 11, so there were no morning sleep for those guys. So I would say that the good studio really were in for a long run. It
Yeah, but it
almost
was-
felt like a StarCraft 2 tournament back in the days.
Yeah, no, it was fine though. Like when you go on an event and you just have work to do, you just do it. You know, it doesn't. You don't really think about like, oh no, I've got to do 16 and a half hours. It's like, you know, the only thing that people complained about with the Dota 2 stuff was how close we were to League of Legends and how small the area was. But like, I don't think that was really a necessary complaint because it's kind of like how DreamHack is. It's a LAN plus a trade show plus a tournament, and you're never gonna get your optimum setup, you know. And I felt the most important thing with the Dota 2 is we had a stream, we had the commentators and the hosts we wanted, with the production team behind us that we wanted, and we also had the best teams from Europe and America, and we had the best games, and I think that was what came through at the end of it. People on site generally did find chairs, and the hardcore Dota fans definitely were making sure they were there and watching the game. If we had a bigger stage, we would have brought in more people, just because they would have had a better time sitting down. But you know, maybe next time. Maybe next time, Houseman.
Yeah, oh, sorry for my voice. I still have a cold. I don't know. So Team Liquid is making an article about the situation with Dota 2, and Riptide, editor at Team Liquid, asked for a statement from DreamHack. So I've given a statement there, but I could also read it here if you like. It's not super long, but it's kind of long. And it's all up to you guys.
I'm reading it and I'm liking it already. So
So I maybe because it's not published yet, and I don't care about Team Liquid or Riptide in that regard. That
wow, shots
wait,
fired.
that I have
Okay.
exclusive with it, because I think that a lot of the fans of the good studio who did production, who actually got caught in the situation that occurred, also deserves to know some thoughts behind it, and also maybe some explanations, and to a big extent apology. So, dear Dota 2 fans, first of all, stage was too small and got a bad spot at the event. We agree from DreamHack. But let us understand why, and here is a message from DreamHack. So we started to plan esports for DreamHack Summer 2013. We gave a priority to a bigger prize pool for Dota 2. At DreamHack Winter 2012 had a fantastic tournament with a great viewer numbers and an awesome crowd. So we wanted to make sure some of the best teams will attend our event, especially non-EU teams. Of course, we needed financial support, from which I'm very happy that both Asus ROG and Plantronics Gamecom could provide. Second was to bring back the good studio, this time with Bruno and AC as new faces for the DreamHack audience. The good studio put in some great work and has always delivered some superb entertainment. Next up was a viewing area where DreamHack has received some critique, which I believe is completely fair. We were well aware of the suboptimal setup, so let me explain our thoughts process leading into the end result. For this summer, we decided to move all esports from Hall C to Hall B and put all the tournament areas the same place as the viewing areas. To keep esports together, we gave an overall nicer experience on location instead of walking 15 minutes between the tournament area and the viewing area like in DreamHack Winter. This overall was a good call, but one problem was the floor space. Because DreamHack Summer 2013 broke all previous records with the BioC, we just simply didn't have enough floor space. So we spent several hours, several meetings to try to twist it around. For example, DreamHack Open StarCraft 2 had a fixed stage which we set up for all the 5 events over the year, and which cannot be changed. For a long while, Dota 2 didn't even have a viewing area, which would have been a catastrophe. In the end, we ended up with a studios area for the casters and a viewing area which has an analyst desk and a small viewing area. Sorry for that. Could also be said that 1 to 2 weeks before opening the doors, we had to swap Dota 2 with 2 other tournament areas because of construction building constraints, which made the Dota 2 viewing area to be right behind League of Legends with a crazy audience support at times and loud music, which we tried to tweak all over the weekend, which caused some bad situation for the Dota 2 fans. We have learned a lot of building our esport area for the first time in a new area of the Elmi Affairs, and we hear your feedback. I would like to personally comment on 2 things. There are no conflict between different esports games at DreamHack. In fact, we are one of the who push esports in the direction where different esport titles can coexist at the same event. DreamHack, for example, is the only event, as we know of, that have all the 3 big MOBA titles in the same house. Therefore, Riot and League of Legends are not to blame here. They didn't know the setup of Dota 2, they did not cause any of these problems. Second, DreamHack has supported Dota for so many years with numerous, with numerous tournaments, and we are not of the, and did not let's see here, fuck's sake. We have supported Dota for so many years with numerous tournaments, and we are not leaving that game behind. Don't worry about that, and we saw the stage setup on site. We understand it was not so good enough for standards that we would basically like it to be. We hope that the community can understand that it's enough for us, that it's a huge puzzle that is almost impossible to solve to get everything together in a perfect way. I hope everybody had a nice experience in the grand finals at Dream Arena Extreme. And just to comment why it was only second and third map is because we have to has as much content as possible. So Counter-Strike Go was before, here's new afterwards. For the future, DreamHack is very excited to do more with Dota 2. It's one of our most important games that we support, and we have some great plans for it we would like to share later this year. Next up is DreamHack Valencia, where we produce the D2L Season 3 finals. That's all. And you will find it over at Team Liquid, and sorry for just talking over it.
Why did you feel you had to read it out?
Because I think it's important that you get the whole picture of it. I think it was not a budget. It was not that we down prioritized Dota. It was basically because of floor space. StarCraft 2 and League of Legends with LCS and the DreamHack Open, our premier tournament, and the LCS being a premier tournament in League of Legends, had 2 full stages. If we had more floor space, we would have a third with Dota.
Okie dokie. Thanks, Elsman. It's very interesting.
Just a quick question though regarding the floor space at the event as a whole. How are you going to address that? Do you see it getting bigger for DreamHack Winter?
This has been an issue for almost 2 years now. They did build 4,000 new square meters where we were now for DreamHack Winter. I think that the major problem is that we have another hall, which is Hall A, which is even bigger than any one of those others, I think. But that one is dedicated for the sleeping area.
Party, sex area.
Yeah, you can say that. Yes. Some people do get laid in that sleeping hall with like 10,000 other people in it. It's awesome. It's a festival, you know. It's the same as a music festival.
If you like that,
there's a word for that. It's called orgy. But okay.
Yeah.
I was all dry this weekend, man. You should have told me.
It's one of the achievements from the festival for sure.
Have you got that achievement, Houseborn?
No, I don't. Anyhow, I would say that if we could find a good solution of getting some thousand of square meters from that hall, for example, getting somewhere else for people to sleep or something like that, that could be a good way to expand. I don't think that we'll ever have the possibility to remove BioC seats, because we like that everybody who wants to come to DreamHack with a computer can come to DreamHack with a computer. So that's why we expanded some areas where we haven't built before on. I think that the stages that we did with LCS and DreamHack Open were really good. I think also what we did for DreamHack Winter, where we had Dota 2, StarCraft 2, and Counter-Strike was also like a fairly good setup. But for sure, it was not a show. It was only like more of a studio setup with a big projector.
Yeah.
So exactly what we're gonna go for next, it's hard to tell. But I mean, we knew that this was not good enough for Dota. We know that we have about 500 to 1,000 people who wants to sit down and watch the games. We know that the problem with the sound of the audience we knew about, and I think with the music we solved to a big extent at least. Not overall good, but better than it was the first couple of hours for sure.
Trans was getting angry at the music.
Yeah.
I was messaging him every...
Yeah, Trans did what he was...
fucking lower this shit.
Yeah.
Standby. I don't want to hear their tune.
But weren't you like going back against them with your own music?
Yeah,
like
you
I
did.
remember you were cranking that. I'd walk by and all of a sudden I'd hear Trance like unz, unz, unz.
Yeah, he did. He was, and I was like sat there with Bruno. And I was like, why is this music so fucking loud? I'm like, Trans.
Payback, man.
Trans is like,
Payback.
"Fucking payback."
It should also be I would like to say that it was not a call from like me or Greycorn. It was not a call from Riot. It was actually the producers who like, okay, you have a filled venue or filled stage, and of course you want to please your crowd. So our producers kind of went over the top at some points. It was intentional, for example, when we opened a DreamHack Open final show, because it was maybe half filled, and we knew if we put up a lot of music, it would go like fill that stage. So for a couple of minutes, the StarCraft 2 stage was super loud at Monday. I think that also with some intros and outros of LCS, it was super loud.
Yeah.
But we tried to tweak it in the same way, and we learn. I would still say that the main problem is the floor space.
Yeah, it's fine now.
So it's not Riot killing esports.
Do you have any other?
No,
fun
I
things?
would say that Riot is very good for DreamHack's esports in general,
Okay.
because so many people show up and so many watch the stream, and it's a very good entertainment for a lot of our audience.
And there are lots of 12-year-olds at DreamHack.
Yeah, but
So
it
we
was
also
super
like-
fun actually. During the last day, about all the finals went on at the same time almost, like DreamHack Open with StarCraft 2, the LCS, the last 3 games, and Dota 2. So if you watched the League of Legends, you saw that there was a jungle crowd, and then you saw StarCraft 2 was the eldest crowd, and then Dota 2 maybe were something in between in the DreamHack Extreme, and all 3 stages were filled. And I think that's important to understand that there are different communities. Some love all the games, like maybe me and some of you guys here. Some
Yes, I
just
love
love
all
one
of them.
game and just want to see one game. And it's very fulfilling to see that actually we can fill 3 big stages at the same time.
Hey, Mike, you look fucking bored. How are you?
Good.
Yeah.
You weren't there, mate.
How was the observing?
Good.
Try anything new?
No.
Very standard.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Well done.
Well
Nice.
done, man. Proud of you.
It's good.
I think you'd help shut chat up though if you commented on. People talk a lot about the splash screen
Oh, yeah.
and all that, and people take that as like DreamHack endorsing Riot by giving them that kind of advertising space on their website.
It's very easy. We have the splash for sale, and I think that that's a couple of weeks before DreamHack Summer, or normally we have the Swebus, who is the way in Sweden you can get by a bus to Jönköping. There are special rides to Jönköping. We have had Blizzard buying it. We have had all different kind of companies buying it. But I think the last 2 or 3 years, Riot has been the one who bought a couple of weeks of that space, because of course DreamHack.se has a high traffic during our events, but it's nothing else than any support or so.
What's Chance laughing at?
He's worse than us,
He's
man.
laughing at us.
You almost fell over for a second there. You were laughing so hard.
It's a good picture.
I'm trying to control my laptop. With my
But
foot.
I mean, if you go into the DreamHack.se, you will see
It's
that
not working.
Telia, for example, has a big advert. You will see all other companies. I think that Swebus has a
Yeah,
full takeover. So it's just a way of monetizing, and it's nothing that monetizing.
So if a random sponsor decided to pay for Dota 2, it would be possible. I'm not saying Valve, because Valve doesn't pay for.
Yeah.
Advertisement.
I mean that's something that the sponsor
what
like
if
Asus.
what if Brazers came in? Brazers.
I think that some would be thrilled, and I think it maybe wouldn't be possible. I would assume.
They could sponsor Hall A with condoms,
Yeah. We
Promote
all
safe
safety
sex.
first. That's
and
important.
then do some show matches between some of their in-house talent. And I should be in charge of
Wait,
DreamHack.
selling condoms at DreamHack?
Huh?
Not selling, man. Giving them away.
Wait, man.
Well, yeah, because pretty much.
There's quite a demand, high demand
Yeah.
over there. I mean, sleeping
a
all
hustle.
alone.
Yeah.
The Kung Fu Con shit, that's right.
Yeah, tell you gay condoms away at the
I
Twitch
think
lounge.
I think
a while
DreamHack
ago.
also sells condoms on location.
Okay.
But I think that with
Consider
braces
it.
and so it's interesting in the way that Sweden is kind of special in the way of the view of women. We have reached kind of far compared to a lot of other countries. So, for example, sponsors coming in, they are maybe from Europe. They don't really understand how Sweden is working in that regard, and that can be some conflict for sure.
Yeah, I saw some good backgrounds when I walked around. There was one where some guy just stood up took a picture of his like BYOC everywhere and put Buzz Lightyear in there with sluts everywhere. I couldn't find any, man. I was desperately looking. It was like 16 and a half hours. I just went home to bed with Scriff.
By the way,
event
did
was
you see Soda Pop or what is it
Soda
called?
Soda
Poppin'.
poppin'?
Yeah, did you see him?
Nope.
Are
So
you talking about the
I
video?
just heard that they had to put him next to the game information because people were just abusing him all over the place. So I watched some of the VODs from yesterday. It was just crazy. People like, came in and smashed things in his head, and it was just complete a mess. So he actually got security and got his own little.
Why did
like,
they do that? They
Yeah,
just wanted
what?
to fuck with him, or did they not like him, or did
I
they
think
just,
they were just fucking with him
yeah.
Smashing
because I guess
things.
they were liking him.
Yeah, because he's like the guy on Twitch streams that just does crazy shit, right? Yeah, part of his.
Yeah, he fucks around with people and call them out and all kinds of different things.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Soda Poppin's that guy. Okay, yeah.
so that was kind of funny. I thought you should watch the VODs of it. It was hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't get to do much outside of Dota. I did one interview with Hotbid.
With Hotbid,
I
yeah.
couldn't do any.
That was a superb one.
Dude, I pissed some people off.
Tell us who you pissed off. Tell us who you
Is-
pissed off.
is
I'm not
Chris-
giggling the other day.
Is Chris happy with you?
Who?
Chris?
Well, I pissed someone off that I got like a whole chat log, and they were basically saying, I don't talk about your personal life and things like your erectile
Erectile dysfunction.
Erectile ED for short. What you had.
where
there
I
is-
had erectile dysfunction, and I and all this other shit. So I don't talk about my life, and I'm like, what? And it was so fucked up, the post, and how angry it was, and the shit I got, that I was like, mate, I was just gonna take a screenshot of this and put it on Reddit because it'll be funny. He goes, isn't that kind of embarrassing? And I'm like, why? But yeah, I really pissed some people off in that interview. I had some people that I didn't expect me come back and laugh at some of the stuff I said, and from big companies, they were just like, that blah 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 comment, epic. And he's like head of sponsor companies, and I'm like, are you meant to say that to me? But yeah, apparently I have ED now, so I'm looking to disprove it. If anybody wants to come around the house. And
So EG is after you, though.
huh?
EG is after you.
I don't know what's going on, dude. All I know is like when I do interviews, I probably shouldn't because I upset a lot of people.
But you're like, I don't fucking give a shit. I like, okay,
Yeah,
let's talk. It was fun.
but we'll see.
But it was cruel. I would never do it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hey, Chance.
Yeah, Trance is in the shot. Finally.
He's actually producing the
Finally.
show. For
Yeah, from there, like with his
Yeah.
hand. There's a motion sensor. Look, change camera.
Watch this.
Bam.
Magic! It's
Is he
true.
actually doing that, Scriff, or is he doing it on his mobile? Because he does stuff on
No,
his
clap.
mobile.
Clapping.
You put out a sound system so you can do it from there.
He can clap and it changes. It's bullshit.
I'm
Someone
impressed.
else do it before I do it, because I don't. I feel like I'm getting controlled.
Just do it, Mike. Just strap around.
Ah, in your face, Scriff. I knew it. Mike is way too smart. Because I knew what was going to happen. Mike was going to do it because you told him, and then if he did it and it worked, he would have been like, "Okay, now your turn, next person," and then it wouldn't have worked. Then it would have been a troll.
Oh, God.
But Mike
So
counter-trolled Scriff. Good job.
Mike for president.
Mike.
Where we go with this?
I think we're going
I
to go
don't
ahead and
know.
move on. I think we've said just about everything we need to say, although we are going to touch back on DreamHack with the particular tournaments throughout the show. But we do have one more bit of general news here, and that is that Blackberry has gone ahead and sponsored Virtus Pro. Just before the DreamHack Summer 2013 tournament, Virtus Pro came out and announced that they just picked up another major sponsor, and that is the phone manufacturer Blackberry. Fucking massive. One of the most
To me,
used
this
phones
is like
in
the
the world.
most random sponsor
But this is.
I've
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
seen.
I agree.
Like BlackBerry is a Canadian company that is doing shit. Like,
No, but it's doing very good in UK, apparently.
okay, I don't know. They're fucked. Like,
No, they have a new model, and people are saying like, okay, like BlackBerry was shit, but this new model kind of new hope-ish.
and so now
kind-
they're sponsoring a Russian Dota team.
Well,
Targeted
For what it's
marketing.
worth, I got to talk to the owner of Virtus Pro at the after party.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know what degree of drunk he was, but he was Russian, so let's say.
Lex is
hard
super
to
nice
say.
though.
Yeah, he's and he was. I was talking to him about, particularly about the Dota 2 team, of course. And I'm like, you know what? Your team is one of the only teams that the English audience know pretty much nothing about because they don't have a spokesman like Navi has Papi, for example. And it'd be really good if you could approach the English audience. And he told me that originally Virtus Pro didn't care about the English audience, not because they didn't care about the English market and they wanted to grow in the Russian
Focus,
market.
yeah.
Yeah. But now they're doing really well there, and they're really doing well. And now they were like, yes, we want to just get to know the English people as well, and we want to expand ourselves to be more of a global market. And whether that is related to the fact that now they're getting sponsored for something that is outside of Russia and more
I
pointed
feel
towards
like this
other
kind of
markets.
sponsorship is something that would probably come from like a subdivision of
It should be the
Like-
Russian Blackberry market
exactly.
for sure.
Like this wouldn't be Rim from Waterloo in Canada. Like that would be really weird.
And how I think it's
So-
always cool, like, I mean, Sonny Ericsson were part of MLG, or
yeah.
still is, and some of the others have been involved, I think. Samsung, of course,
yeah,
is
I mean,
big in.
Samsung is big. There's you with the Snapdragon stuff with the League of Legends.
Yep.
Wasn't T-Mobile or no? Was that long term? No, I can't remember. It was just Eric and the.
But I can just
I have
say
nothing
that,
to say.
like, more or less all the sponsors that I talk to and involved, the Russian market is so big potential and everybody's interested in the Russian market. So I'm not surprised that a company like BlackBerry or some like mainstream that you actually know about and that it's not so connected with gaming moves into the Russian market. It's very understandable. It's so big that the Russian market.
Why are you smiling, Bruno? You just got a little.
People are really. While Houseful is talking, people are comparing my hands with Mike's.
Yeah, someone in chat said he's got. You do.
No,
They're
you
the
have
same
small
size.
hands.
No,
Yeah,
they're
come. Like, do like this. Yeah, they're not.
Are you guys gonna
I
get
mean,
a drink
I'm
later
taller
or
than
something?
you, but
Yeah,
Love is in the
I don't know.
Love is in
It's
the
like that Friends
Honestly.
episode, hand brothers or twins.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wants to go to
LG and
Vegas for it.
IM, of course, also a big one.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. So,
Yeah.
excuse me. In Counter-Strike this week, actually, so just touching back on DreamHack again, NIP have won DreamHack Summer, the 2013, the Counter-Strike tournament that was held there this weekend, despite the fact that they almost got knocked out by a complete team of randoms in the group stages. They were 5 rounds back. It was 15-10 in favor of the random Swedes, and there was it was the biggest crowd I'd seen around the Counter-Strike viewing area throughout the entire weekend. And just round after round after round, NIP were able to just claw their way back into the game. Heaton was behind them, fucking yelling like a madman. All you were hearing was "Soria," and then like him going "Fifi." So, throughout the weekend, that was probably the high point because all of a sudden, NIP were on the brink of getting eliminated from yet another tournament, but not by a master team like Virtus Pro, for example. It was just complete random team coming
Yeah,
in.
but I don't think it's justice to say you can call them randoms. You
Well,
know?
they're not.
Like
It's not like they weren't sponsored. We'll put it this way: they're not a sponsored team.
a Swedish BYOC maybe team. Was it BYOC or did they pay or did they qualify? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Basically, some of the Swedish guys took NIP almost out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And when you say randoms and people in gaming,
It
it's
may
like,
be a bit negative.
It's like who beat you? I don't know. It's some random. You know. It's like
Alright, so I'm not aiming for a negative light here, but
Yeah,
it was not a sponsored team.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's the way Counter-Strike can always go. Just because once you get ahead, get a few rounds or punish a few of the important rounds of the other team, you can stay ahead. You need to hit good shots. Swede players, dude, these guys have been playing in aim map tournaments in DreamHack since I've remember turning up in 2004 or 5 or something when I was there a long time ago. And there's a lot of amazing talent in Sweden in gaming, so it's not that surprising. It is surprising.
That it happened to NIP.
Yeah,
You're talking
that
about
maybe it happened. Yeah, but
Get Right, Fiffler, and
but
Forrest.
still, it was kind of cool. It was funny. I would have laughed so hard. Like, as much as I love Forrest and Get Right, because I even asked Forrest to come do an interview over on the Dota stage, and he loves Dota. Like, and he's like, No, I know I can't do it. I can't, they hate me or something. And I'm like, dude, we know you know a lot about Dota in terms of you have a lot of, he's got favorite heroes, he's got favorite teams, he watches the scene, like his team get mad at him. Like they have to stop him playing Dota and tell him like he can only play, Counter-Strike for training. Because like I got him on Steam, and even now it's like the first time I've seen him play Dota again in a few weeks because DreamHack is over. Yeah. And so I wanted to get him for an interview, and Get Right, of course, one of the nicest guys you ever meet as a pro gamer. So it would have been really sad, but it would have been funny at the same time. But it didn't happen, and they won the tournament. That's pretty much the storyline, I guess.
I would say though that I think that NIP in CS:GO has never been as weak as they are now, and still they won both of the tournaments. They won the Swedish Championship, and they won the international one, the Steel Series Championship. So. Still, they are good enough, but they were really, really. I think that wasn't it at the group stage they were like 5-10, and they had to win that game or something. They were behind so big and still could pull it off. So I still think that in some parts, I don't say that maybe this will wake them up. I think they are already like trying to get back in shape, but they still have this championship mentality that when they are back on their feet. They really pull through and they really perform their best at those locations, and that shows how fucking good they are, because they're not winning on raw talent or on strategies, they're winning on mentality, I would say.
I also think it's got to be a little bit demotivating for them over the past kind of 6 months with the development of the Counter-Strike Go scene in general, just in terms of how it's increased. I think this tournament they're actually going to be pretty happy, because even Get Right was like, how's it going, like, over on the Dota stage? And we're like, yeah, it's pretty good, we got like this many viewers and stuff. And he's like, yeah. He's like, how's it going for you? He goes, yeah, we got like 20K, in group stages, and, because he was actually quite happy that was happening.
It was good numbers.
Yeah, so it was kind of cool to see that it's growing a little bit, but I think like NIP were the ones that really wanted to push it and be the stars to try and bring in some traction, not just to help themselves, but to help the industry. Because they are big names, and if you want to watch a game of Counter-Strike Go, you're going to turn on a NIP game before you turn on anything else normally, right? So I think this, for them, could have upped some motivation for the industry in terms of Counter-Strike Go players, but if they're on a low, I would personally be on a bit of a low, because it's like you used to have like IEMs, you used to be the main game, and now you're kind of like, I mean, look at Dota 2, Dota 1 wasn't big, Dota 2 is huge, and you look at Counter-Strike 1.6 and it was huge, and you look at Counter-Strike Go and it's not that big. It's kind of like the success from game 1 to game 2 still isn't there. So
no, I agree, but there should be said that there has been so many tournaments though. I mean, these guys, the NIP guys during this spring has been like back to back tournaments. Well, so still I think there are so many more tournaments in CS:GO than Dota 2, but their fans are not there. I mean, we saw it at DreamHack Winter, the stage was almost empty at all the time, while Dota was completely filled. This time we didn't have a CS:GO viewing area, and we did have a small one for Dota, and I didn't get so many complaints that they couldn't see CS:GO on location, because they like to watch behind the tournament area. I think that maybe it's still a strength at DreamHacks, that you can actually stand just 2 meters behind the actual guy and watch the game.
And it is,
and you can hear everything they say, because they're normally screaming. Yeah, there was a lot of people, like when that, as you mentioned, like when the game was going on between the suites,
it was packed. You couldn't go through between. It was just
all
completely
behind
packed.
The tournament area. It was just like a huge amount of people. So,
and Dreamer in Extreme was more or less filled both on the Swedish Championship and the international tournament.
But
final. So
to touch back on just a small point that you made, I mean, the fact that there are so many tournaments, speaking with Get Right, and he's expressed himself recently, the frustration is that they don't have like an international or a WCS or an LCS, some major big money tournament where the best talent in the world is going to come together and compete in front of, the roaring thousands. That's the main thing I think for them right now. They're like, we want our big tournament. And so they're trying to build that scene to get it to the point where all of a sudden that becomes a viable option for sponsors or for Valve to make that happen for them. Maybe taking a little bit slower than they want, but all right. So, all right, let's move on. I know we got the mic. Okay. So, other news in Counter-Strike, real quick, is that Raid Call EMS 1 LAN final brackets have been drawn. The final is going to be the weekend of the 29th, so day after my birthday this month, and we're going to go ahead and bring those up real quick. Or actually, have it. We can't actually bring those up because we're all on laptops. But to give you an idea real
Paint
quick
us a
of what,
picture.
what it is going to be Copenhagen Wolves are going to go up against Very Games, and this is the round of 8. Team LDLC are going to face Fnatic. Western Wolves will be going up against Ninjas in Pajamas, and ESC will be going up against Virtus Pro. All these will be the first round matches, and it is going to kick off on the 29th. So,
Yeah, that's what we need
Big
to know,
deal.
really. It's on the 29th.
yeah. How many times did I say that? 3 times?
But
Wait, when
that's
was it?
What's that?
Is it the day after Script's birthday?
Yeah. Day after Scripps, day after Will's birthday.
Nice.
Oh. Aye.
How old are you turning, Sam? 26?
25.
25.
Jesus.
Damn. You're going to go down to Germany? Be like, party.
Yeah, we should go on a boat or something. No, but that's what we did for years.
Boat to Germany.
Yeah,
That's
but
no fun.
boat to Germany.
Boat to Germany is not going to work. Boat to Copenhagen?
Nah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably not going to do anything. Barbecue. Alright. League of Legends, we're just going to skim through this real quick so we can get to the Dota 2 section. Copenhagen Wolves have won a DreamHack Summer Amateur Tournament. So this was actually the tournament that was running alongside the LCS.
Yep.
One thing to note is that Copenhagen Wolves are actually a new team. They were just picked up by Copenhagen Wolves after NIP picked up the original Copenhagen Wolves team.
And also should be mentioned there was Swedish Reckless from Fnatic who was a stand-in in that team. So of course there was a big win in that regard.
Yeah. No, it was massive. It was
But
massive
of
for them.
course
It was a
it
great way to
should be
kick
said
it
that
off.
This was more like a pro-am kind of tournament because we had LCS with the 8 best teams in Europe.
Well, it's really just an AM.
I don't know. I would say pro-am. But it had I think they filled the stage at that time too, so it's just...
Yeah. No, well, I mean, just in general, it was completely full. But yeah, during the tournament in particular, Mithy was playing in it. They lost though. His team.
Yeah, I saw Miffy.
Yeah.
I saw Miffy. That was
Miffy
weird.
from BLC.
Miffy was this like BLC player that was like the most talented when it came to one of these tournaments. And I was outside talking to, I think his name was Crepo.
Crepo.
I was just like, I felt really bad for the kid because I was like,
Is this
you're a dick.
after the
After party. Yeah.
out on the street?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was just like, what the fuck
I
are
just
you
stood on
doing?
the side and like try to go from there and just give you the address where we're going, and you like blah 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 blah.
I'm like
blah,
lecturing
blah,
this
blah,
league
blah,
kid,
blah, blah,
and
blah,
I'm like,
blah,
I'm
blah,
like,
blah, blah, blah,
and I'm
blah,
like,
blah,
why am I
blah, blah,
talking
blah,
to
blah.
him? I should just punch him in the face. And I really actually wanted to punch this kid in the face, and I thought, no, I can't do that because I'm old and responsible, and he's like not. But then I just left anyway. And then Miffy was there the whole time watching me, and I was like, oh shit, sorry about that, Miffy. I was actually more of a dick than that guy was, but nice to see you again. Yeah. Don't punch kids in faces.
Don't. And the other.
Saves my reputation.
Don't punch the most popular team damn near in the world.
Are
One of
they?
their members. Yeah.
Should have punched him.
All right,
I mean,
team.
awesome.
The other bit of news that we have here in LoL is that Team Siren, the all-female team that was
Oh,
put
no.
together like
Wait, what?
a couple weeks ago,
Oh,
have
no.
already disbanded.
After that good trailer and they were going so far.
That pro trailer, man.
shit.
Wait. That means we 5 can be sirens now.
Can we? Do you
Well,
have a good
we're
singing
5
voice?
here.
Do you have a good
That's
singing
great.
voice?
Team Siren.
You have to say, I'm a siren.
I'm a siren. That's
So soothing.
super.
All right, are we done with that?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are.
I think we're done.
But I think it
We
should
are.
be mentioned also there were a big rumor that LCS ESL would lose LCS, but it seems to have just been completely wrong. I just
Yeah.
heard about it and I thought that, oh, is it true? That's really huge. And now it seems to just been based on what Demon was saying that he wouldn't commentate with Joe Miller, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the scene that was jumping to conclusions based on a comment that D-Man made during the stream.
They're definitely
So-
moving LCS like all around. I mean, it was just at DreamHack Winter, and that was probably like
They're in
kinda
Moscow
like
right
2
now.
weeks worth of games, or DreamHack Summer, and then they're going to Moscow now, and so they're definitely taking it out of Cologne a lot.
Yeah,
It's going to
it's-
make sense.
It's
'cause, I
all about
mean,
foot floor for their product. Take it to as many countries, places as ever. You know, it's like if you're gonna, they're in the entertainment industry.
Bring in
Riot,
the show.
You know, they're not in game development. You know, so basically they just go around like a touring band. It's I don't know,
Let me
Tyler Swift of our generation,
It's a good
gaming.
point to make, but the interesting part with Riot overall is gonna be what's their next game.
Yeah.
Because if they can release a League of Legends 2, like a new game that is as massive, they're gonna be immortal. But the chance of that is like one in the Google almost.
0.1%. Yeah. I mean, look at Dominion. That was pretty much like a
That was
rip-off.
it's funny because that was their new idea to like reinvent the MOBA thing.
Yeah.
And everyone hated it. And now Infinite Crisis comes out in beta and they just rip that off. It's like, why would you...
Yeah.
Like,
And,
if you're gonna plagiarize something good, don't plagiarize the bad mode. But yeah, I mean, if Riot can do another game, they can just make another
Dominion was-
LCS, but for whatever that game is, and
Yeah.
they could do big things. And I mean, they've got resources, they've got everything. So
Dominion was way too similar
know.
to kind of like the game's concepts of like Battlefield and other stuff, and also really BLC. Like
Exactly.
it was like really, really close to like Bloodline Champions in terms of like how you actually win. But it wasn't Bloodline Champions Arena. It was Bloodline Champions. Was it Artifact mode or something?
It
I
wasn't
can't remember.
Artifact. It was.
But either way, it was like when
Capture
you saw
points.
it, you were just like, if you played BLC before and you played this, you'd be like, whoa,
Well,
this is too close.
it
It
was
came
just
out when we were
running.
still
Yeah.
heavy in the
Yeah.
BLC scene, and the whole BLC scene is going, what?
Yeah.
Like, it's like
Well,
as
it
if
was the way
they watched a match of
advertised
it and just
yeah.
took it from BLC.
But
and
it
put
was
in
like,
WoW.
you know, it's never going to be as popular as that MOBA game with all the lanes and the items and the, you know, the much deeper kind of dynamic of gameplay. But yeah, anyway, so are we going to break yet?
Yeah,
'Cause
we're gonna take
this
a
show
quick
is
break.
shit.
we're going to break. Can we just fucking do the
We're gonna
Dota
do-
segment?
Do a
Like,
quick.
do we really
Yeah,
want
let's
to
just
break?
do the Dota side.
Like
We're gonna take a quick 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll get into the Dota segment.
Yay,
So-
2-minute break. Well, hey, Sean,
Should just leave the
Sean
camera
needs to
on,
thumb up.
really.
can if you want.
Yeah,
You can do what you like.
just leave the camera on.
Put it on the wide cam shot.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna eat.
No, put
Oh,
it-
it's fine. You can eat.
No.
Just take it off, Chance. We've changed our mind now.
Shut the fuck.